Thank you for tuning in to the best parenting show on the internet, Post Daily Dose.
It's the Post. It's the Post. It's the Post. The Post Daily Dose. It's the Post. It's the Post. It's the Post. The Post Daily Dose. It's the Post. It's the Post.
Hey guys, Kristi, Saul, the co-founder of the Post+Institute, coming at you live. I hope you guys are having a blessed day. I've been showing this off today a little bit. My little necklace, it's like 100 years old. It was my great aunt's. So that's kind of cool, huh? So I'm just kind of chilling, seeing who's going to pop on and join me today. I see a few people logging in. That's awesome. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day today. So my message today, straight out of church, first and foremost, I just want to step into gratitude. I also want to just talk for a minute about our upcoming election here in the United States of America. And I just want to tell you that I'm grateful to live in a country where I can go to church and I can worship. I'm grateful that I have a home. I'm grateful that I have my house. I'm grateful to have food in my refrigerator. I am grateful that I can go vote. I know there's so much controversy, and I know that we get very fearful. And yet, let's just set all that aside. Let's set all that aside, stay in gratitude, stay in faith, and be a blessing counter whenever possible. I'm not saying that our world in America is perfect, but we're trying to do something that's really difficult. We're trying to do something really tough, and our country is still very young. So don't give up hope. Stay faithful. Hoe your row, as they say, which means take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your circle of influence. Pour love in there. Help each other out. Don't worry about how all this is going to shake out, because it's going to work out. So there's that. Just that one little thing that I wanted to share. And then the other thing, in church today, we are focusing on what it really means to worship and beyond music, beyond the church house, and to be a church body and to be a worshiping group, a prayerful group. And so that's been really awesome. And one of the things that we were reminded of, that I wanted to be sure and remind you guys of, is that according to the story of the Bible, that we don't really hear much of anything about Jesus from the time he's 12 until he comes out and gets baptized when he's 30-ish, right? It's a lot of preparation, right? He spent a lot of time in deep prayer, deep preparation. During that time, he grew in stature and his wisdom of God, I think is what the exact quote is. And so that just tells us that we have this time as humans where we're babies, toddlers, children, and then we get to be teens and tweens, and then we get to be young adults. And all of this time is about preparation. It's all preparation. We get so caught up in a day, right? One bad day, one difficult behavior. Shoot, Jesus he didn't just take a gap year, right? So I just want to remind you guys about that preparation time. Just to remind you to go easy, to be preparing, prepare our children, love them, teach them, guide them. This isn't about being perfect. If your kids, I'm just going to say this. I am just going to say it out loud. I hear people like, well, it's their 4-year-old and they're wanting to ground them and send them to their room and take everything away, and they want to spank them and spank them and spank them and call them names because they're like, I taught them, but I taught them. I've taught you. They're 4. Think about how much time it takes to really learn and grow and mature. It takes time. So if your child is doing something they're not supposed to be doing, and they're doing it when you're not there, the real solution is you need to be there. They need more supervision in their guidance. They don't need to just be told what to do again and then punished for their failure. They need success, and the way to give them success is to come back and reteach. So let's see, they learn by watching us. They learn by hearing our instructions. They hear by doing it. They learn by doing it with us. And then they go out and they try it, and maybe they try it all on their own, and they have to have a chance to make mistake after mistake after mistake and trying it on their own, and then they get it right. Right? So there may be times when the mistakes that happen when they're doing it on their own are not, they're not life and death, and they're not critical. And we literally, just like we had to do when they went to kindergarten, and we had to take our hands out of it so they could learn how to open their little bottles if they had the hand strength and the muscle coordination to do it. Right? So they could learn how to use those little scissors. They didn't use the scissors without us at first, right? Then they learned how to use them, the little ones. And then they grew up and they learned how to use the big ones because they showed that they could be safe, and we taught them how to be safe, and they watched us be safe, right? It's like that for everything. Just take that one little metaphor of thinking about scissors and how we grow up and we learn how to use the big people's scissors, right? And just apply that to everything. So if there's a behavior and you're like so upset about it, but it's happening when you're not there, then that's just telling you that they're not ready to be in that alone. Not if it's a really dangerous mistake. They still may need you right up in there. So, yeah. Don't get too stressed out about a gap year or a down moment or whatever word you want to call it, because Jesus took a long time and a lot of effort, right? So we all have to have time for maturation and growth and learning what love is. So that's it from me. Mimi, it's so good to see you. I don't know. Nobody else has said hi that I've seen. So hi to all of you who are tuned in. I love you. We appreciate you all. Thank you so much for what you do day in and day out to create healing in your family. As Brian tells us, in any given moment, we have two choices. We can choose to act out of our same blueprints of fear, stress, and overwhelm, or we can choose love. Tonight, when you lay your head down, all those things you worry about, just put them aside. There's going to be at least one moment today. I believe it. I believe there's going to be at least one magical moment in your world today. It may be a moment where you just feel magical peace. That supernatural peace. It may be a moment where you just laugh and just see your children from that deeply loving place where you see their quirks and you see, what they've come through, and you see their struggles, and you see their immaturity, and you see the package, the whole package of who they are, and yet you just, not in yet, because of, and with. It's not a but, it's an and, right? And we just keep loving, because you're quirky too, right? We're all quirky. We've all got our stuff, and it just feels so good when someone just loves us just like we are. Our kids need that. So maybe that'll be the precious moment you take when you lay down, or maybe it'll be a conflict. Maybe it'll be the fact that you had a conflict and you're resolving it differently. You're leaning into love about it instead of being fearful. Or maybe you said a cross word and you went to that person and you talked it through and asked for forgiveness and worked it out. But whatever it is, whatever your precious moment from today is, keep that in your mind when you lay down tonight and you go to bed. You blow that up. You examine those details and you revel in that amazingness and how blessed we are in this lifetime. And you let that be what you build on for tomorrow. So much love to you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. We love you, and we will see you all tomorrow.